Hello everyone. In this video, let's learn how to set up Windows Server, and in this particular video we'll create two virtual machines of both Windows servers only, and one will be the client and one will be the main domain controller, and the domain controller will be the central server which will assign dynamic IPs through DHCP, and which will be as the DNS server, and which will be the ADDS. Let's see all these things proceeding further. Okay, now what is the first step? Our first step is to install VirtualBox. So let's do that. You can type VirtualBox here, Oracle VirtualBox, and you'll find it. Oracle VirtualBox, and you see the first link. You just click on it, and here download. And if you are using Windows, click on Windows, or else select the operating system which you are working. I'll select Windows because mine is Windows. And it asks you for the location. You select it and it will start downloading. Once it is done, you right click on it, or you just go to your downloads, or just click this. So it will ask you permissions and take some time. So I'll by default click no because I already have VirtualBox installed. So you should click yes, and your VirtualBox will get installed. Later you'll find it on your desktop, or you can just search it here, VirtualBox, and you'll find it. I'll open this. And you will also find a similar interface, but you won't find these all things. I have installed them previously, so don't worry about them. You'll find a similar kind of interface. Now the second step is you need to install the ISO image of Windows Server. So the first thing, you install the platform to run the virtual machine. This is called Oracle VirtualBox. Then you need to install an image. I'll show it. You need to type Windows Server. I'm using 2019 version. Okay, so you'll find the link here, Windows Server 2019. If you want, I can also add it to the description. Okay, I'll click on 64-bit edition, and that will be of 5 GB size. So I'll download it. It will take some time. Okay, I'm just pausing it because I already have an ISO image, so I'm not installing it. Of course, even after you install, you'll find it in your downloads. I'll show it after some time. Okay, here you can see I have downloaded the image. It is of 5 GB. Now what I'll do is I will open my Oracle VirtualBox. Let me give it some time. You don't worry by seeing these already installed VMs. So for you, I'll just create a new VM. To create a new VM, what you need to do, you need to click on this new. Okay, so I will name it VM1, or I'll just name it client. Okay, and I'll select the ISO image. Here I need to browse it, and I'll find it in my downloads. So what I'll do is I'll just click this, and I'll uncheck this. The remaining things I'll leave as is. Okay, I'll click on finish. Okay, now it shows it's powered off. What I'll do, okay, I'll create another machine. See, we have created a client, right? We need to create a server. So I'll just name it as server, and I'll select the ISO image here. The ISO image is here. Okay, I'm selecting this, and again I'll uncheck this. I'll click on finish. Now we have two VMs which we created in a span of a minute. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just click on start, and this also I'll click start. Let's see what happens. Okay, it will get started in the background. I've started both my machines. Of course, I have these all pre-configured, but still for you I'm showing from scratch. Okay, Now after starting, you can see something like this. When you open this, you'll find what is happening inside. Okay, and I'll also turn on this server. Okay, it takes some time to get powered up. Let's wait until then. Let's observe what's happening. Okay, the first interface is loaded and it asks us, wait, let me just clear this. Click next and click install now. Let's go to our server. Same things happen in server also. What we'll do the same thing. We'll wait until it gets loaded. Let's see what's happening inside. Of course, this whole setup will take you like 1 hour. Okay, now I'll select the last option, desktop experience, because this is the standard one. I'll click next. I'll accept the license and terms. Click next. I will choose custom. Okay, now I'll go with the default one, and it started installing. It'll take like nearly 30 to 40 minutes or 1 hour depending upon your internet speed. And let's see, let's go to this machine. Let's do the same thing over here. Click next. Install now. Okay, it'll take the same time. You can see it started at 0% and it need to be completed 100%. These things also need to be completed 100% and you'll be into your machine. Okay, the same things you need to do. Select the last option. Okay, I accept the terms. Custom, next, and done. Okay, until it gets installed, I'll pause the video, and after installing I'll come back again. Let's see how much it is done. 47% of client is done. Okay, 51% and 47 of server is done. Okay, both are running parallelly. uh, okay, I think we need to wait for 5 more minutes. I'll come back after 5 minutes. Okay, let's again see the progress. 83% done and it still takes some time. Now your server VM has been installed, and what we need to do is we need to set up a password for this. So I'll set up a simple password. Okay, I'll re-enter the password. Click next. Okay, the passwords didn't match. Let me check it. Okay, finish again. Yes, my password has been set and now we are logging into this machine. Perfect. Now this is my virtual machine. So to enter into this machine, what I need to do is I'll go to this input and insert Control Alt and Delete. Now it asks me for my password. For that, what I'll give my password. Okay, it is setting up my user profile. So this is my client virtual machine, if you can see. Now let's see the status of my server virtual machine. I think it haven't been set up yet. That's fine. When one is happening, the other thing might sometimes fail. That's common. Okay. Of course, it is starting again from scratch. No issues. We can start it again. And this time, as it doesn't have any competition here, it will be installed. Because we are doing this, I didn't focus much on this. Okay. So what I'll quickly do is I will use this client machine to explain the whole thing. Okay, now I'm into my machine. I'll refresh it. Now this is my client VM, or else I'll give some time until it gets installed, the server VM. Now I have both my virtual machines installed, and this is my server machine. I'll give the password, the same password. Okay, now I am logging into my server machine. So uh, previously I logged into my client machine, right? What I'll do is I'll quickly go to this. I'll expand my screen. I'll just hover my mouse here, internet access. I'll right click on this, open network and internet settings. Okay, now what this step is, we are assigning uh, a static IP address, okay, to this machine. Change adapter options. I'll click on this. You will find Ethernet. I'll right click on this, go to properties, and you can see internet protocol version 4, right? I'll click this and click on properties. As you can see, currently there is nothing configured. So what I'll do is I'll quickly click this, use the following IP address, and the IP address I'm giving is 192.168.1 dot. Okay, sorry, I haven't seen this. 192.168.1.10. Okay, and automatically this will come back. And preferred DNS service, what I'll do is I'll give IP address 192.168. Okay, this thing I'll change it to 11, and this thing I'll keep it 10. Okay, 10. See, here we assigned 192.168.1.11 for my client machine. So you can see here, right? So whenever I am switching, you need to be careful and observe whether this is client or server machine. So this is client machine, and this is the IP address of the client machine. And this IP address we will assign to server machine. Now we will go to server machine, do the same thing here, 192.168.1.10. Okay, we will use this IP address for our client machine, but what we are doing here is we are assigning DNS server as our server machine. Now our server machine will be the DNS server. Okay, so for that case only we are assigning this IP address for the DNS server, like we are using the IP address of server machine as DNS server. Okay, hope it's clear, and I'll click OK, and here I will uncheck this. I'll click close. And to verify what your IP address is, what you need to do is you need to go to CMD, command prompt, and type IP config, and you'll find it over here. This is your IP address which we have just now configured, 192.168.1.11, and we are good to go. Here we will go to our server machine. Okay, things are still loading here. I'll wait for some time. We logged in into our server machine as well. Now what we'll do is we'll again repeat the same steps. Now I'll refresh the system. Okay, I'm not finding these options here, so it's taking time to load. Until then, what I'll do, I'll go to settings. The machine is a bit slow. Yeah, I got it here. So I won't go to settings. I will right click on internet access and it will open it. It's taking some time. So the same thing, change adapter options. Okay, by default when you start the server, this thing will get started, server manager. Okay, I'll just close this for now. I'll go to this Ethernet and I need to assign an static IP address for this, for my server machine as well. The same thing, go to properties and uncheck this IPv6, then go to this IPv4 properties and use the following IP address and assign the IP address manually. 192.168.1.10 is the IP address for this machine, and automatically it gives a subnet mask, and the DNS server is also the server machine only, right? So I'll give the same IP address, dot 1.10. Cool. Okay, now I'll go to my CMD and verify it. Okay, what we'll do, IP config 192.168.1.10. Okay, now we have our client machine. This is our client machine and this is a server machine. Both are up and running. Now what I'll try to see is, I'll see whether both those machines can communicate with each other or not. For that, what I'll do, I will use a ping. I'll give IP address of client machine 168.10.11. Oh no, not 10.11, it's 1.11. And yeah, as expected, it shows destination host is unreachable. So I'll also tell you why that has happened. I'll go back to this VirtualBox, and if we can see over here in the settings, network, and it is attached to a NAT network, a NAT gateway. So that's the reason it is not working. So what I'll do is, I will attach it to internal network and I'll create a new network. I'll name it as lab network. Okay. So for client, I used lab network as the internet gateway. I mean the network one. Now for server also, I will choose internal network only, and what all are available, lab network. Okay, I'll select this lab network. See, the thing what we are doing is, we are putting this client and server machine on a same network so that both can communicate with each other. Now should I refresh these systems or not? Let me check. Now I'll try to ping it. If it is not working, then I can refresh it. 192.168.1.10. Okay, that's fine. Now I'll refresh both of, I will restart both of these systems. I'll close this and I'll start again. I'll start it again, and this one also I'll start again. Okay, I restarted both my machines, and now I'll try to ping. Okay, ping client from server and server from client. Okay, CMD from client and okay, ping 192.168.1.10. I'm pinging the server. Okay, it shows request timed out. So that is caused by firewall. So firewall is not allowing pinging to another server. So what we need to do is, we need to disable the firewall. I think the same thing will happen with this machine as well. I'll go and open command prompt and I'll try to ping the client server. Where is it? Okay, it's taking some time to load. So until then what I'll do is I'll disable the firewall here. For that you have the command net sh adv firewall set all profiles state off. Okay, I think something went wrong. Let me recheck the command and continue. Okay, got it. There is no space between all and profiles. Okay, now it says okay. Now I'll try to ping uh, the server, and now it should work. Okay, it again shows this. Yeah, the thing is I need to disable the same in my server as well. I'll search for CMD. There is some lag in my server, so it's taking time. Okay, so I'll again disable the firewall from here. So basically what's happening is firewall automatically disables ICMP packets. So that's the reason it is blocking the ping. Okay, so as I'm requesting the packets from server, so the server is blocking those ICMP packets, I mean the ping request which is coming from my client machine. So that's what happening. Now I need to disable this firewall to allow that ping to reach this server. State off. And it should say okay, we are good to go. Okay, what happened here? Let me see what happened. Net sh adv firewall set all profile state off. Okay. Okay, it was a spelling mistake here. Perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll again try the ping. Perfect. Now the ping is working. I'm getting reply from my server, and I'll try to ping from my server to client. Ping 192.168.1.11, and this should also work, and this is working as well. Now my client is communicating with my server and my server is communicating with my client. The first step is done. Now what we should do is proceed further and install DNS server. So for that what we will do is we will open our server manager. By default it will be opened. If you are unable to open, you can click on this Windows and you'll find it over here, server manager. If you click on this, you'll find the same interface. Okay, now add roles and features. Click on this, then click next. Click next. You can proceed. And what you are installing: Active Directory Domain Services, ADDS, add features, and DNS server. Okay, we'll also install DHCP server now only, so that further it won't take time, because this is part of our agenda, right? I'll click next. Click next, 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 and I'll check this box. Okay, I'll click on install. Now this will take some time to install. We will wait until then. Okay, until then, instead of wasting time, what we will do is we will try to create couple of users. So for that, what I will do, I will type computer manager, computer management, or you can go to Windows R and type dsa.msc. You'll find the same thing over there. Now we are in our server machine. In server we are creating users. See, until now this client and server both has same configurations and still the server is not made DC. Now after installing ADDS we will make it as a domain controller. But as of now both have same configurations and you can consider both as same machines. You can't differentiate what is client and what is server. Okay. Now this got opened. This is our computer management. Okay, now you can create users from this. I will open this local users and groups. Now what I'll do, I'll click on new user. I'll name this Karthik. Username, right? I'll give you Karthik. Okay, full name, I'll give my name. Password, I can give something. Okay, I'm creating a local user as of now. See, the user got created locally. Now we need to wait for some time for these things to get installed. These are still getting installed, and after these get installed we will find a flag here. The flag turns yellow and we can just like it will show an option asking us to promote our server to domain controller, and we can click on this. From then we can start adding a new forest, then installing everything. I mean installing the ADDS, adding roles. So these all things will be done further after installation of our ADDS and DNS server. Okay, let's wait until things get installed. Okay, everything got installed. Now what I'll do is I will promote this server to a domain controller. Okay. So I'll click on this option, add a new forest, because we are starting everything from scratch. What we'll do is abcd.com. Okay, this is our root domain name. Now I'll click next. It will take some time to create the forest. Okay, and these are the options it is showing. Now okay, I'll set up a password for this. DRSM password is something that it is a recovery password. Like if you forget some password, it is like a backup password, and you should not forget this password, so that I mean even if you lose your things, this helps you to recover, and if you lose this, then you can't recover your information. So I'll set a password for this. Click next. Okay, I won't delegate this. NetBIOS name. By default our name, what we kept our domain name, it will be visible over here. It will take some time for that to appear. Perfect, it is showing ABCD. Okay, I'll click next. Next. Is checking all the prerequisites required before installing the ADDS. Active Directory. I'll click install, and it will start installing. After installation, it will give an acknowledgement so that we can proceed with the further steps. It will take some time to get installed. Okay, until then, let us configure our DNS. So I'll click Windows and R together. I'll find this. Then I'll type ncpa. Okay. Okay. ADDS got installed and our server might restart sometime at any time. So until then, okay, it's restarting. So next step will be to configure our DNS server. Like what the DNS server does means it maps the IP address to domain names. Like we will check if our IP address is being mapped correctly to our domain or not. If it is not mapping, then we will configure the forward lookup and reverse lookup. Then again try checking up if the mapping is done correctly or not. So for that we'll use a command called nslookup and we'll see it in few seconds. So, you know, right, ADDS, Active Directory Domain Service, is used to create, manage users, groups, policies, and more things related to our systems. Okay, and yeah, let's wait for some time. Okay, we are back again. Let me log in into the system. And perfect, it is showing our domain name along with administrator. So it confirms that we have installed ADDS successfully, as we can see our domain name. What I'll do is I'll log in. Okay, and refresh. Now we are going to work with DNS. I'll open my command prompt. Now I'll type nslookup 192.168.1.10, and it says server is localhost and address is this is not right, because before what we did, we gave 192.168.1.10 as IP of our DNS server, but now it got changed again. We need to change it back. So what we should do is let's click Windows and R, then type ncpa.cpl. ncpa.cpl is the command and it will open an interface. Now we need to right click on this, properties, IPv4 properties, and we need to change it to our, okay, I'll remove the whole thing, 192.168.1.10. So this is our IP address, right? I have changed it. Okay, close. Now I'll disable this and again I'll enable this. So it is identifying and it should show our domain name. Perfect. Now you can see this abcd.com. Now what I'll do is I will do NSLOOKUP again. Of course it won't show the thing as desired. Okay, it is showing our address as this because we have just changed this. Now we need to again configure forward lookup and reverse lookup, so that for forward lookup it will give our abcd.com and reverse lookup it will give this thing. Okay, so for that I will go to my DNS settings. For that yeah, Windows and R, DNS mgmt.msc, and you are being taken to DNS server. I will expand this. Here I'll find forward lookup zones and reverse lookup zones. Okay, I'll click on this reverse lookup zone. First I need to create it. New zone. Next I'll create a primary zone. Okay, next IPv4. Okay, yeah, network ID is 192.168.1. we need not give everything, like only up to the third quarter is enough. Click next. Okay, next, finish. Now we have set up the reverse lookup zone as well. Now in the forward lookup zone we need to do one thing. We have this, right? We need to right click on this properties and enable update associated pointer record. So what we are doing is, so I didn't make it much clear. In our forward lookup zone we went to our domain name abcd.com and this is our domain. So what we are doing is we are creating a pointer record for this. Okay, we right click on this and we created a pointer record. Okay, now if we try to run our NSLOOKUP command again, now it is showing well server address and server address name. Now it is perfect. I think we need to again change our system name. It is not looking that good, right? We'll go to settings. We should do this for both of our systems. System, about, rename this PC, this server machine, right? Okay, the name of our machine is this currently. I'll rename this. Okay, it's taking some time to load. No issues. That's fine. So okay, until then we have until this we have configured our DNS. Now let's go to DHCP quickly. Uh, okay, I'll go to my client machine. Okay, my battery is low. I'll again go to Windows and R, tsa.msc. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'll cancel this for now because I'm setting up my DHCP. I'll complete the DHCP configuration. I'll click next. I'll click next. Okay, I'll click commit and close it. Now we have our DHCP also. Now we need to manage our DHCP. For that, DHCP mgmt.msc. You need to configure things in DHCP. Okay, IPv4. I'll expand this. So I right click on this and okay, let me charge my device. Settings got reverted back. Okay, I'll create a new scope. So I'll give a name for this. I'll give DHCP 1. Next, I'll give a start IP 192.168.1.1 to 192.168.1.254. Okay, this is my start and end IP addresses. Now add exclusion. I should exclude a particular IP range. I will exclude this range 192.168.1.102 because I already assigned it to my client and server machines, right? 192.168.1.20. I'll exclude until here and remaining all can be usable. Okay, click next, and I need to give a router IP address. That will be my server IP address only. 1.10. Okay, add. Next, our domain is abct.com. Okay, that's it. Finish. And DNS in client side is configured. Now I need to go to, DNS is in server side is configured. Now I need to go to my client side. I need to go to my IPv4. Change adapter options. Okay, unidentified network. Properties. Now what we are trying to do is, see, previously we assigned IP addresses manually, right? It was a static IP address. Now we want to make it dynamic. So DHCP will assign IP addresses dynamically. So what I'll do is I'll obtain IP address automatically. So as you know, currently our IP address is 192.168.1.11. Now we will see whether the IP address is changing or not. Okay. So I will obtain DNS server address automatically. Okay. I'll click OK. Close. I will open CMD. No. First what I'll do is I will disable and enable this again. Now CMD IP config. Okay. Let me flush the IP config / release. Okay, let me check. It's still identifying. It should come under the domain abcd.com. It will take some time for that, and after that happens, it will automatically get assigned. So currently IP address for this machine is this. This is assigned by VM VirtualBox itself. So it is still in the progress. It takes some time. And here you can see that abcd.com is available. Like Ethernet got the DNS server which we have started, right? Now the IP will be assigned automatically. Let's try this again. IP config, and you can see the IP address got changed from 192.168.1.11 to 192.168.1.1, which means DHCP is working perfectly. So until here we have covered the concepts of DNS and DHCP. In the next video we'll cover the concept of ADDS, adding a user and creating that client machine to the domain, like adding the client machine to the domain, and how to log in to this particular machine. We will see this further details in our next video. So that's for this video. Hope you liked it, and we'll meet back in the next video. Thank you.